Yo, Dempsey's back with another video. Hey, damn, my thing. Hey, before I get started this video, I want to say one thing, my niggas. One thing.
I should have trusted my gut the moment my friend said the words blind date. I'm 24. I've had my fair share of awkward dates, situations, and ghosting. But Evans seemed different. Over texts, he was polite, funny in that dorky, self-deprecating way, careful with his words, even said please and thank you. So when he suggested we meet at Wendy's, I agreed, thinking it was a safe choice. I walked in at around 7. The place was nearly empty, just a board.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, IMR. Well, like, what's up with you niggas, bro? Like, how many times have we reacted like to a fast food restaurant horror story? How are y'all coming up with these? I do not believe niggas are just marking other niggas at fast food. Come on now, what?
Cashier at the counter, and it
Nigga, Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, Starbucks. It's always something, my nigga, with these fast food restaurants. I have never seen an Arby's one. Niggas ain't fucking dying at Arby's.
an old couple
Arby's got no one's there.
sharing fries in the corner. Evan was already seated by the window. He waved at me. Hannah? Hi, over here. I smiled and walked closer. He looked exactly like his pictures, an innocent-looking hot guy.
Hey, sorry if I'm a little late.
You're right on time. He beamed. And you look beautiful. For the first 20 minutes, everything was so good. We shared nuggets, joked about how nobody actually knows what the Frosty is made of, and talked about movies, jobs, and family. He laughed a little too loudly.
I hate niggas like that, bro. Stop act like I don't care what the fuck that shit made of, my nigga. Let me eat my shit. Like that ass, my nigga. It be you niggas that be talking shit on niggas that be eating fast food restaurants too. Like, y'all will say something about, do you know what that shit made? I don't care what it made off, my nigga. I'm still alive. Let me eat the shit. You
My
feel
jokes,
me though?
but I chalked it up to nerves. Then, he asked me something that changed the mood of the date immediately. So, how many guys have you slept with?
Nigga just asked how many bodies you got on the first date. This nigga's a rookie. It's up, nigga. The date's over. It's over.
Wait, what?
You heard me. He said,
You shouldn't even bring this up on a date at all. Hey, you bring this question up on a date at all, you're not serious. You're not serious.
that. Tone flat. Just need to know. I laughed, the kind of nervous laugh you do when you're praying at sarcasm.
That's kind of a personal question for a first date, don't you think?
His face didn't move, not even a smirk. His eyes stayed fixed, unblinking, like he was studying my reaction. I muttered, reaching for a fry to diffuse the awkwardness.
Let's, talk about something else.
Why? We should be honest with each other if this is gonna work. This? Work? I didn't even know his middle name.
Don't
I
matter.
pushed my chair back slightly.
Evan, that's not an appropriate question. I'm not answering that.
His jaw clenched. For a moment, he just stared at me, like he was silently calculating something. Then he said, in a calm but chillingly firm voice, "If we're gonna date, you'll have to cut contact with every male friend you have. I don't want competition."
Hey, y'all, I think that I don't want the last part you said. You should have just left that part out. But hey, is that facts or not facts, my nigga? Are y'all making a female cut off every male friends? You feel me? Personally, I'm not doing that shit because, nigga, you're not finna get no rise out of me. That's just what it is. If you have male friends now, you're gonna have them later on anyways. You feel me? And nigga, my boys get used to that shit. If any female have male friends before you date them, my nigga, even if you make her get rid of them, she gonna find more. Just get it over with right now while you can. There's no point in arguing about it.
I felt the pit in my stomach turn
Look at her fucking face, my nigga. Like, she not. Yeah, it's up.
heavy.
Okay, that's it. The date is over.
I stood up to leave, but he grabbed my hand. Before I could understand what was happening, he yanked me back at the
How the fuck can that nigga do that shit? Okay, I want you to know that's not fucking possible to do. A nigga cannot just grab your arm across the table and make you sit down. Well, I take that back.
table, ordering me to sit down. His voice wasn't loud, which disturbed me more.
Evan, let go!
I hissed, trying to free my arm. His grip tightened. Why are you overreacting? I'm being honest with you. That's what women want, right? Honesty?
Hey,
I looked toward
I
the
do
counter.
want that shit.
The
I do want
cashier
that
had
shit.
gone to the back. The old couple was leaving.
what is the luck of you niggas be having for this shit to happen? How do every time something happen with you niggas, no one is in the facility or just no one gives a fuck? No one ever gives a fuck or they just not there every fucking time.
No one was watching. My throat felt tight.
I said, let go!
It's up. It's up. It
Instead
don't
of
matter no
releasing
more.
me, he
It don't matter
reached
no more.
over to his tray with his free hand and picked up a fork. He held it loosely between his fingers, his grin stretching unnaturally wide. How about a little game to lighten the mood? Before I could answer, he stomped my hand and spread my fingers on the table. My heart slammed so hard, I could hear my pulse in my ears.
What do you think you're doing? Evan, don't you?
He brought the fork down fast, not on my hand, but in the space next to my thumb. The metal clinked sharply, then again, between my thumb and index finger, then again, faster, faster.
I ain't gonna lie, any nigga who did this as a kid, you need to be on suicide watch. Cause what the fuck, what are you doing with yourself, my nigga? All the games you can play as a kid, your ass wanna throw a fucking fork between your fingers or a knife between your fingers, my nigga. Like why? Like what the fuck? You're not getting no impression out of me from doing that shit. I'm just gonna know to leave you alone.
Every stab of metal hit the table with frightening precision. He was laughing, actually
Look at this
laughing
nigga.
under his breath, like it was the most fun he'd had all week. Ain't I terrific? He said between breaths. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. The fork kept slamming down, missing my skin by millimeters. The world narrowed.
Hey, what do you got to do in this situation? Well, I know what we can do, but as a female, again, like you just got a what's the name? You just got to headbutt that nigga. You feel me? Or do some gymnastic shit, kick that nigga in the chin. You got to do something.
To a blur of his hand and the rapid metallic tapping that echoed through the empty
You can't just sit there and take it.
restaurant. My fingers trembled uncontrollably. I felt tears prick my eyes.
Stop.
I whispered, barely audible. He didn't. If anything, he sped up. Clink, 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 clink. Then,
crazy.
suddenly, he froze. The fork stopped midair, hovering over my hand. He slowly tilted his head to the left and stared at me with a blank expression. His eyes were filled with part amusement, part ownership, and part something darker. For a few seconds, he sat like that. I was shaking in fear. Then he loosened the grip, saying, "Relax, babe. Just a joke." My entire body jolted as if I'd been released from a rope. I ripped my hands away from him, stumbling backward so hard I almost fell from the chair. I didn't say a word, just grabbed my purse and ran out of the door into the cool night air, gasping as if my lungs had been underwater. Outside, under the flickering neon Wendy's sign, I pressed my shaking hands to my knees, trying not to puke. My vision swam. My fingers tingled where he'd held them down. I heard the door chime behind me. I froze. Evan stepped out, hands in his pockets, rocking on his heels like nothing had happened. "Text me when you get home," he called happily. "I had a great time." I backed away until I was across the park.
Hey, you better test that nigga. He's not playing. That wasn't no fucking. You feel me? That was an order. That was no question, no suggestion. No, like you feel me? That's an order, my nigga. You have to do that shit.
Parking lot. He watched me the entire time, smiling like we had shared some intimate private joke. I blocked him before I even reached my car. I went home and showered twice, trying to scrub off the feeling of his hands. I told my friend never to set me up again, and I meant it. But the part that keeps me awake,
Your friend set you up with that? Oh yeah, that's not your friend. She wanted you to be down bad at your bad, like your worst, my nigga. That is not your friend. Ain't no way you had your friend set you up with a date and it was that nigga.
even
Fuck
now,
no.
2 nights later, I found something in my mailbox. A Wendy's napkin. with a single fork mark stabbed through the center, and a note written in shaky handwriting.
You pulled away too fast. Next, oh yeah, it's up.
You pulled
It's up.
way too fast. Next
It's
time,
up.
I won't miss. I still don't know how he found my address. I just know I sleep with the chain lock on now, and I don't go on blind dates anymore.
I guess.
I was 19 when this happened, and I still can't walk at night without checking behind me every few seconds. It was Halloween, the one night everyone at my college acted like consequences didn't exist. I wasn't even planning to go anywhere, but then a Snapchat invite from my friends popped up, and
No bullshit. Like, do we be getting off subject with these horror stories? How the fuck did Halloween come across this motherfucking? And we talking about Wendy's.
underground costume rave, supposedly 2 blocks from campus. They all looked like they were having the time of their lives, so I figured, fine, just for an hour. The party was in some abandoned-looking basement venue under
We just never learned.
a pawn shop. The second I stepped inside, I regretted it. Flashing lights and the reek of sweat and alcohol accompanied by loud music. But what really threw me off was the crowd. A lot of the people weren't
What the fuck is that cranium?
college kids. Some looked mid-30s,
That nigga spamming the eye wink.
maybe older. Guys with patchy beards and cheap masks, hovering around packs of teenagers. I tried texting my friends to find them, but the signal was terrible. I was just about to turn around and leave when a hand tapped my shoulder. "Hey there, sweet Patty." I turned and met a guy standing behind me. He was
On me, see, I ain't gonna lie. Hair game. No, don't ever enter a party that y'all niggas are not familiar with, don't know, or don't even know the surroundings of, my nigga, like at all. Unless like you gotta have a friend come out there and grease you first, or go with a friend and go in. Don't go in there by yourself. Just like feel me. It doesn't make sense. It will not make sense when you get to do that shit. And then you'll be in there trying to find niggas and shit. Don't know where the fuck they at, and then shit like this can happen.
dressed as the Wendy's
You're gonna get approached by a fat nigga in a Winnie costume.
mascot. Not in a funny way, but in a disturbing way.
That's
A
gay.
red pigtail wig.
Like no, like
freckles,
on some real shit, nigga. That's like you weird and gay. Like there's nothing wrong being gay, but that's just what this is. You're weird. Like come on, my nigga.
drawn with what looked like a Sharpie, and a blue dress that was definitely way too small for his middle-aged body. Chest hair peeked out from the neckline, and his beard was shaved in an uneven, patchy way.
Wrong girl.
I said, stepping back. He grinned, showing yellowish teeth.
I ain't gonna lie. What you mean wrong, girl? If he looking at you smiling, nigga, you are the right girl for that nigga. He don't give a fuck what you talking about. Look, he's smaller than us. You don't give a fuck.
No, you're perfect.
Told
Little
you.
thing like you. You smell delicious.
Okay, back off.
Instead, he came closer. You alone? I can show you a better party, sweetheart. That was light. Once I reached the street, the cold air felt refreshing. My dorm was only 2 blocks away. I walked fast, hugging my jacket around me. The street was quiet, except for distant music and laughter from other Halloween parties. I'd made it about halfway when I heard slow, heavy footsteps. I told myself not to look. I told myself I was overreacting, but something inside me insisted. So I glanced over my
Are we dead ass? Like no, like are we seriously? Are we dead? We can't be dead ass. This nigga is literally in a spotlight in a Winnie's outfit.
shoulder. It was him. Under the streetlights, the Wendy's costume looked even worse. Makeup smeared, wig crooked, his face shiny with sweat, and he was
What type of karma do you have to witness this? Like you had to do something in your past life or some shit, cause ain't no fucking way you just randomly run into this shit. No fucking way. There are probably like 30 people in that fucking party, but you the one who run into this?
grinning. "Where you running, Patty?"
Is up.
I sped up, and so did he. Don't make me chase you, cause I like chasing. In 5 seconds, he caught up to me and pushed me against a...
Hey, next time I bet your ass get in the gym, working some cardios, nigga. There ain't no fucking way if nigga should cost you in 5 seconds. Come on now.
tree near the curb. Before I could scream, he held a knife to my neck.
That knife looked crazy.
He whispered. Then he leaned in close, so close his breath hit my ear.
I know it
He
rip hard.
inhaled deeply, like he was smelling perfume.
Nigga,
God, you smell so good. My entire body trembled uncontrollably.
Please. Let me go.
I whispered. His voice changed, dropping into something darker. You're gonna walk with me into those woods. Be a good girl now. I looked at the woods, dark, dead silent, and completely empty.
kill me. Kill me. That's the only way I'm walking into the woods. You're gonna kill me. I'm not walking into the woods. I am not walking to the woods with a nigga in a Winnie costume. Fuck no, nigga. You gonna have to kill me. That's the only way. That's the only way it's happening. It's the only way it's happening.
I knew if I went in there with them, I
You're
wouldn't
dead.
be coming back out.
No.
I whispered. He dug the blade closer. Yes, you are. The second he loosened his grip to shift the knife, I bolted sideways. I felt the metal slice across my cheek, hot, stinging pain, but adrenaline drowned everything else out. I ran like my life depended on it, because it did. I didn't dare look back. I just ran, up the hill, past the closed shops, and across the street, ignoring cars honking. I didn't hear him at first. Then I heard the footsteps again, pounding behind me. Get back here! He screamed. I nearly tripped on the sidewalk, catching myself with my hands. My cheek was wet with blood, my lungs burning, but I forced myself to sprint faster. My dorm building finally came into view.
Help!
2 students near the entrance saw me running, bleeding, and they opened the door. I practically flew inside.
Lock it! Lock it!
I yelled. One guy hit the lock button on instinct. I turned just in time to see him, the man, stumbling toward the building, knife still in hand, wig half falling off his head. But when he saw the locked door and the students behind me,
But on some real shit, nigga, how the fuck did you get away? How the fuck did you get away the second time but get caught the first time? Let me know how the fuck did that happen. Like what? How? What? I ain't gonna lie. And them some W niggas right there. Like they your boys from now on for life. They just opened the door, they asked no questions and locked it. Boy for life.
he stopped. He just stopped and stared. Then he smiled again, slow and chilling, before backing away into the shadows. My knees gave out. I collapsed on the floor, shaking violently. Someone grabbed towels and someone else called 911. I could barely speak. All I kept saying was that he attacked me. 10 minutes later, campus police arrived. They checked the woods.
What the fuck?
10 minutes later,
Dirty ass cop car. Oh yeah, they not finding that nigga. They not finding that nigga at all. That cop car is dirty as hell. I just know they had no funds for these police officers. They are not finding that nigga.
campus police arrived. They checked the woods, alleys, and the area around the venue.
The fuck, nigga? A bunch of flat Stanleys? Why they body so flat? It's just animation. Just
The
animation.
man was gone. The officers asked me over and over for details: height, weight, what he said, what he wore. I kept crying when I had to repeat the part about him smelling me. My cheek was bandaged at the hospital, and the police took photos and statements. They told me they'd patrol the area for the next few nights, and I was lucky. But luck doesn't keep you up at 3 a.m. Luck doesn't make you check your window for movement. Strangely, for weeks afterward, I kept finding Wendy's flyers slipping under my door. They could never prove it was him. They couldn't find fingerprints. There was no camera footage of the hallway, and no one saw who left them. But the last flyer, the one that made me move.
So, nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you, fam. Like, if this keep on happening over and over again, you don't think it would be a good idea to put a camera in front of your door or some shit? Or put a camera somewhere in the hallways? Like, come on now.
Dorms entirely had a message written in red marker across the top. Found you, Patty. You still smell sweet. I still don't know where he is. I don't know if he's still around campus. I don't know if he ever went back to the woods looking for someone else. All I know is that I survived that night. And somewhere out there, he's still dressed like the Wendy's mascot, looking for a new target. I was 28, exhausted after a late shift, running on fumes and stale adrenaline. The rain had been coming down in sheets for hours, turning every street into a river. Wendy's was the only place still open on my route home, its neon sign flickering like it was struggling against the storm. I sat in the drive-thru lane for a second, then eventually decided to park and go inside. Maybe I just wanted warmth, or didn't want to go home to an empty apartment. The moment I stepped in, the smell of fries and coffee wrapped around me like a blanket. A small crowd sat hunched over their meals, trying to ignore the storm raging outside. I noticed a young girl wearing a Wendy's shirt, mopping near the soda machine. I could tell from her tired face that she was working late-night shifts. She looked up at me as I walked in and said,
Hey, welcome to Wendy's. Sorry about the mess. The storm is making the floors a nightmare.
I chuckled, rubbing the rain out of my hair. No worries, I'm a walking puddle myself. She laughed, light, quick, and for a second, the whole place felt warm, alive. I ordered a burger and coffee, took my seat, and let the warmth seep back into my bones. She said her name was Megan and kept chatting casually while continuing her work. I remember thinking she shouldn't be working this late. Minutes later, the delivery truck rolled in. I heard it before I saw it, the loud hydraulic hiss as it backed up to the side entrance. A man in a rain-soaked jacket came through the back, shouting over the storm.
And here this whole time, I'm over here thinking that the female was gonna be a killer or a crazy female, start killing niggas. What the fuck is this drawing y'all be doing on these niggas?
Delivery. Need someone to sign.
I got it. Just give me a sec.
I watched Megan jog toward the kitchen. She was smiling. The driver kept the truck running as he unloaded a dolly stacked with crates. He was rushing. Too fast, too careless, trying to beat the storm. One of the Wendy's employees yelled something at him, but he barely noticed. I didn't know then that the slick trail of rainwater he dragged in would be the reason everything changed. As Megan helped guide the dolly through the kitchen doorway, she stepped into the puddle. I watched her shoe skid, just a little at first, then completely. Her legs flew out from under her. The crate tipped. "Hey!" I shouted, instinctively rising from my seat. Time slowed. Not in a dramatic movie way, but in a sickening, drawn-out dread, as the heavy crate slammed into the fryer's hose. A sharp snap echoed through the kitchen. Then came the hiss. The hose whipped loose. Scalding oil sprayed across the floor in a violent burst, hitting the walls, the floor, and the paper bags
I gotta be embarrassing. I gotta be embarrassing. Oh my goodness.
stacked beside the fryers. "Megan!" I screamed. I jumped over the chairs and ran toward the counter. Smoke rose instantly. Flames crawled over the grease-soaked paper like they'd been waiting all night for a chance. "Call 911!" But panic had already swallowed the room. Everyone shoved toward the exit, chairs crashing against the tile. I could barely see Megan through the haze. She was on the ground, trying to crawl, her hands slipping in the spreading oil. "Megan, get up! Get up!" I screamed. She tried. God, she tried. She pushed against the floor, shaking and coughing violently. The flames behind her flared, swallowing the counter, licking upward toward the ceiling tiles. Someone grabbed me from behind and pulled me out of the Wendy's outlet. I could see Megan still struggling through the entrance glass door. "Please," I whispered to myself. "Please move." But the fire was spreading so fast that no one dared to go back in to get her out. Just when I was thinking I should give it one last try, I saw a fireball explode behind her. "No, no, no!" I shouted. A wave of heat surged from the window.
Bro, that gotta be the saddest shit ever, nigga. That ain't no fucking horror story, but that's gotta be the saddest shit ever, dog. Like, imagine you getting to know a female and you fucking with her, nigga get burnt up in a Quincy. Like, what the fuck? That shit gotta be sad, my nigga.
Pushing everyone back. I shielded my face, feeling my skin tighten from the blast. The glass door and windows shattered, echoing in the storm. The smoke filled the air. I stumbled backward with the others, tears burning my eyes. We burst out into the rain, choking, gasping, and collapsing onto the soaked pavement. Within 5 minutes, flames were pouring out of the windows. I remember someone tugging my arm, asking me if I was okay. I couldn't answer. I could only stare at the building where Megan had been smiling not 10 minutes earlier. Fire trucks arrived in waves, sirens echoing against the storm. Firefighters rushed in, masks on, hoses blasting torrents of water. The Wendy's sign flickered, sparked, and finally went dark. I stood in the rain, feeling the cold soak through my clothes, mixing with the heat still clinging to my skin. My coffee had spilled somewhere along the way, the cup crushed under someone's foot. By the next morning, the fire was out. The building was a black skeleton, smoking quietly as the sun rose. The news called it a freak kitchen accident. Freak, accident, like those words could erase the sound of her laughter, the warmth in her voice, the terror in her last breath. Reporters moved on within a day. The delivery company sent condolences. Corporate announced plans to rebuild. But me? I couldn't stop replaying it. I couldn't unsee the moment that Megan's foot slipped. I couldn't unhear the silence after her scream. For weeks, the smell clung to me. Fried oil, wet ashes, something darker beneath it. I threw out the jacket I was wearing that night, but sometimes, I swear I still smell it. Worse, some nights, when the rain pounds the windows just right, I hear something else. The soft scrape of a mop across tile. A tired but warm voice saying,
"Hey, welcome to Wendy's."
And behind it,
man, you getting hunted, my nigga?
A different sound. A crack, a fall, a scream swallowed by fire. And I know, no matter where I go, no matter how much time passes, I'll always be standing in the rain outside that burning building, watching Megan's helpless face right before the fire engulfed her.
Damn, though, hey. I ain't gonna lie, I got nothing to say about that story. That story wasn't a horror story, but it was a sad story, so I will allow it. But that's just fucking crazy, though, nigga. You just met a female, and after, like, the next 5 minutes, she's burning. That'd be sad as a bitch. I'll cry. I don't think I can live with myself like that. I'll still live. And there go Dizzy. What? Arrogant that nigga, but he's friendly. What? And here go Dizzy. Arrogant ass nigga, but he's friendly. Hold on, it's so damn. Oh, damn. Hold on, it's so damn. Oh, damn. Hold on, it's so damn. Oh, damn. Arrogant ass nigga, but he's friendly.